Have you ever needed to create a list of just the rows you want from a large Excel spreadsheet? Maybe all of your completed project, every order over £10,000, or just the records for a particular department? If you're like most people, you probably apply a filter, copy the visible rows, paste them somewhere else, and then repeat the whole process the next time the data changes. But there's a much better way. If you're using Microsoft Excel 365, there's a brilliant function called Filter that can create a completely separate, live list of matching records with just a single formula. Better still, when your original data changes, the filtered list updates automatically. No copying, no pasting, and no running the filter again. In this video, I'll show you exactly how the filter function works using a simple real-world example. And by the end, you'll have another modern Excel technique that can save you time every single day. Let's jump into Excel.
So as you can see, I've got my spreadsheet here. This is a list of various different projects. And let's say your manager asks you for a list of every campaign over £1,000. How would you go about that? Well, you could sort the data, but also apply a filter. So if I just go and apply a number filter here, so greater than or equal to, and then I'll put in 1,000 and say OK. So we could do it like that. The other way you could do it would be to use the filter function. So here you can see that I've applied the filter function, and as you can also see, I've now got a complete list of all the budget items that are over £1,000. Once you've seen this, you'll never copy and paste filtered data again. So what exactly is a filter? Well, the traditional filter hides the rows, as we've just seen, but the filter function creates a completely new dynamic list. The original data never changes and the results update automatically. So let's say we wanted to change this and say it's actually less than 1,000. All I have to do is to change that one symbol from a greater than to a less than, and as soon as I hit enter, now we've got a list of everything less than £1,000. How cool is that? So let's say my boss doesn't want to see a numerical list. He just wants to see everything from the marketing department. So how do we do that? Well, pretty easy. I'm going to copy the name of the field, go over to my filter function, and instead of looking at the filter function where it matches budget, I'm just going to overtype that with department. And for the department field, I want it to equal marketing. So instead of the numerical value here, I'm just going to paste in marketing. And because it's text, of course, it has to be wrapped in double quotes. So there you go. There's a few examples there, just how easy it is to create. And if you wanted to change that search from marketing, if I just select the name of the department and replace it with finance, as easy as that. And every time the data changes, you can just update this. So if we now search for technology, and there you go. No refiltering, no copying, no pasting. And of course, the filter function works perfectly with an Excel table. You can see that we've got a table here. So if this table was to grow, the filter function would automatically grow with it. So let me put in another record just to demonstrate this. So I'm going to change the status over here on the second sample. I'm going to change the status from on hold to completed. So I'm just going to select the cells. Now I've just added this extra record here, CMP 017. And now I'm going up to the filter function. And I'm going to change the status column here from on hold to completed. And then the extra bit at the end here This is in case there are no results found. You can actually put in a negative, just like you can with a VLOOKUP or an XLOOKUP. You can add a negative there, so if it doesn't find any results, it just says no projects completed or whatever the field is. So there we are, folks. Gives you an idea of just how powerful the filter function is, especially when it's used in conjunction with a table. So if you're still filtering, copying and pasting data around your workbook, you're making Excel work much harder than it needs to. Filter is one of those Microsoft 365 functions that can save you minutes every day. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for news of my latest videos. There's a discount coupon link to my Udemy course in the description. So thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.